Hey, gentlemen, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for this devotional. Today we are in Daniel chapter 7. I'm going to read the last verse here, verse 28. Before I do, let's back up a little bit. So in chapter 7, Daniel sees this night vision and gets an interpretation of it. And then he learns that the future is going to be worse than it is right now. And those future kings are going to devour the earth. And then there's going to be a one world emperor who we know as the Antichrist, who's going to be powerful. He's going to pit himself against God, and he is going to persecute Christians. And then here is what Daniel says next. Here is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my thoughts greatly alarmed me. My color changed, but I kept the matter in my heart. You know, guys, sometimes we think we want to know the future, but as we learn here, knowing the future could be terrifying to know. This is because our finite little minds are not made to know infinite things. And because of this, God commands us to do something. He wants us to trust in Him and in His infinite understanding and power. Yet sometimes in the gap between what we know and what He knows, we feel powerless and confused, and then we end up doing things that oppose faith. But get this, in the gap between what we know and what God knows is where we have the most incredible opportunity in our relationship with God. It's the opportunity to trust in God and not in ourselves. We can either think, I've got this, and act on our own accord, trying to rectify the situation, thus nullifying our faith, or we can think, God's got this, and let Him rectify the situation while we do what Daniel actually did here. We keep the matter in our hearts. So today, when you feel powerless and confused by some issue in life, which by the way could literally be right now, here's what you need to do. Trust God. Trust that God knows all things, even the end of your matter. And then put your faith in Him, because you're not going to understand it all anyway. That is, not until He comes again. I love you guys. I hope this blesses you. If it has, share it with someone else, and I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.